What is up, guys? What is up? Let's get started. Should we warm up quickly? My legs are still sore. This is probably one of the best hip and back warm-up drills. Doing this. What you want to do is twist and open that hip up. I do this before every squat workout because obviously it's important to warm that up for squats. Even for bench press, it's a pretty important one to do. What's up, Jimmy? You should probably do a stretch as well, Jamie. It's really good for like warming up before you start lifting. So we're going to start with sandbag. I think I used too much salt in the water last time. It did not go well later that night. So I basically halved it. If you know what I'm talking about, I was up to the toilet all night. No, I haven't been anywhere to get it. I'll get it tomorrow. I'll be at the shops to get it. And then I'll try it out. And I'll give you a review of what I think. Is there like a specific type of baking soda? Or is it just any? So yeah, guys, 60 hours left. I need 60 more hours on my channel until 4K. Really happy. Also, Drive Unlocked. Remember me. I don't actually. Channel activity. Well, I do running, Jamie. So, and I'm always doing my long walks now for my hike. So we'll see. Sup, gay. Oh, I can see your channel activity, so I can see. I do remember. Wasn't it this exact same day last week? This is a really good one because it forces your knees forward, stretches out everything down here. And it's good because you can just squeeze into it as well. Well, I won't take that much. I can hang soccer. That's a good drive. It's a good. I heard doing that is actually a good way to recover after workouts. That's an actual thing. It's apparently it speeds up recovery because of all the hormones it releases. But that's also probably another study that hasn't been like really looked into. What's up, Dale Clark? You were here before, weren't you? Your other ones, you have a mod. So I'm not gonna give your alt a mod on steroids. Oh yeah, I thought steroids make it shrink. I don't know. So we'll just work through the lineup of exercises here. Do a few just lifts, then we'll do some to the shoulder, then we'll do some rep work. Yes, training. I train basically every day. I did a 16k steps yesterday in a row. I'm building that up. I'll probably not go past 20k because I'll then start to add some weight into a bag and carry it. Bit of a strongman, yeah. Well, I just like to do the sandbag stuff because it's really good for your back and like mobility in the back and everything. That would be a perfect position to press. It should. The only problem would be the high altitude because I can't train for that. It's I suppose maybe if I wear one of those like breathing mask things, but that wouldn't come here in time. Yeah, but I'm not going to give your alt the mod. Your main account has mod, so just use your main one and hit the like button, guys. I'm reducing the running because the amount of stress, walking that much is putting on your ankles and knees and stuff. I'm reducing the running a little bit until kind of I get a little bit used to it because I'm really sore. Obviously it's not just walking, it's the gym work I'm doing as well. I'm really sore from the squats, but then the walking I think is really hitting the hamstrings. Didn't do that for a few weeks, so glad I can still do it. Pressing that. So that's a 60kg bag. If anyone's wondering, hit the like button, guys. Sitting in here, people not hitting the like. A bit cringe if you ask me. Good for you, Jamie and Deal and Drive. It's really warm today. I've been sweating like crazy today. It's so bad. Hell yeah, got like. Oh, gonna always count on Drive. The hit me. He likes hitting the back. I did a run earlier. What's up, Gravity? Oh, there's Silverback. Everyone popping in. What's up? What's up? I'm gonna make a wee pin. Channel number to support the channel. So I'm gonna put that as a pin. Because I don't currently have any channel members, they've all ran out. apart from Bobby. Everyone's into men. What do you mean? I love staring at big men. So I'm just going through all the sort of moves, and then we'll do a little bit of rep work at the end. Then we'll go into arm work. Long distance running, yes, that's what I do. Cardiovascular conditioning. Personally, I think what are your options? I think high intensity is better for the actual cardiovascular system. You know, I've ran 20k and all before, and I never really noticed any difference. But when I did circuit training and stuff, I felt really fit, really strong. I suppose it works different for different people. Do some breath work now. So like I did last time, I'm gonna hold it up here and then kind of do like a few, I guess, squats or something with it. Yeah, HIIT training, Jamie. That's what it is. Basically, your lung capacity is better, and you can take in more oxygen and convert it to CO2 at a faster rate. Because at a certain rate, you take in too much oxygen and it's not getting converted, and that's where you start to get that burnout in your breathing. But what you want is a perfect balance. That's why you don't take really deep breaths when you're running. You're not going, because that's too much oxygen into your system. What you want to do is take a controlled breath, because it allows a steady stream rather than a big dose. Yes, muscular endurance with long distance running is really important. Guys, hit that like button. Have you hit the like, Jamie? I expected Silver and Gravity to at least hit the like button, but it seems like people come in and hadn't hit it. But that's just the thing with YouTube. People not wanting to hit the like to help support. It's a weird thing, you know. I always go in and try to hit the like even if I can't watch. Well, people, you breathe through your nose. Apparently, it helps create more nitrogen oxide. But the way I see it is, it's a better way to control the breath going in, because you can't take a really deep breath through your nose. which I try to breathe through my nose during most of my run, but obviously it's hard. But then there's the other one is, people say, is breathing through your nose warms the air up, making it less harsh on your lungs, so you're not tightening as much. Do you not do? No, I don't do kettlebell swings. I don't really have kettlebells to do them. Like, I use a dumbbell, but you know, I don't really think it's a worthwhile movement, if you get me. Yeah. It's whatever, you know, all these studies get proven wrong eventually. Something else is better. You know, maybe it's better to breathe through your nose and then take a breath through your mouth, then through your nose. You know, is it better to switch it up? You know, what is the best? I would personally follow, take advice from really good long distance runners on what they do, which is breathe through their nose. Then the other one is for breathing or for lifting heavy. You take the brace, take a big breath in, but you can only brace so hard with taking that breath in. But you can breathe deeper with your nose at that point. Take your breath in, and then you can get that extra brace from breathing through your nose and without letting all that air out. Depends on your goals. Yeah, it's just whatever. I don't really, you know, it's whatever you like. Some people have breathing problems. That makes it hard to breathe through your nose, like me. I seem to always have like a congested nose when I start to work out. So it makes it really hard to breathe through your nose all the time, but I do try to as much as I can. Yeah, diaphragm breathing. Well, what you're meant to do when you're taking that breath in is expand out everywhere, even out, try to expand that way as well. Everywhere, up here as well. A lot of people seem to miss that and only expand their stomach and like expand here. But you need to brace up here, brace up here. That's what I had that issue on squats for a while. I wasn't bracing up here, and I just kept crumpling over. I'm still really sore from my squat workout, Jamie, on Saturday, which is crazy. The DOMs I got from that is a lot. But now my rep work will be, you know, my reps will be going down as I increase the weight on the squats. Right, dips. And this time I brought my dip belt in, so I can do some weighted dips. Just have to set it up. It's always good, because I've been doing it a while without weight because I hurt myself. a while ago when I was doing a 1 rep max basically on a dip. So I advise not going for 1 rep maxes on dips. There's no need. It's like going for a 1 rep max on a curl. It's a bit pointless. It's just it's an ego based thing. You want to try to avoid. You know, there's no reason not to, you know, do like a 3 rep max, you know, try to test out the waters, but never, there's no need to push to a 1 rep max on these smaller lifts. It's a lot more tricky and dangerous in these lifts. Yeah, so it's not just breathing out here that way, which a lot of people do because a lot of people wear belts, which is why I don't wear belts, because it completely throws my head off. People think, oh, let's expand into the belt, get that stomach as big as possible, but then they forget about actually bracing everything. You should be rock solid. Let's put that there. I can see it. Right, so I have my my belt right here, so I can chuck that on for the first set anyway, and then I'll add some weight on. Obviously I'm not going to be putting very much weight on because I haven't done this in a while. It's like pull-ups, I just haven't done pull-ups in ages. You know, I've been thinking like, I can't be bothered. So it's going to be something I'm going to be programming back in, is pull-ups. Just saying that, my straps look a bit loose up here. I know I've seen Jamie doing dips. He's doing them really slowly, which is really good. He's going really slowly down. He could, I feel like he could go a bit deeper, but you know, it's up to him. Because I don't know if he's trying to just focus on triceps or actually focus on the chest. You know, if you're trying to hit the chest, Jimmy, you need to go deeper. Well, if you're just going for the tricep work, then that's fine. Just simple, just depending on what muscle you want to hit. What I want to do is hit the triceps, obviously. I'm probably going to feel weaker because I did tricep work on Saturday during my squat workout. I did push downs, and then I did a tricep machine where you sit in it and push down. And I really like that machine. I could basically do body weight push downs with it. It's really good, and it feels really good because you can adjust the seat to its height, so you get really deep. And you can go heavy safely. The only problem with that machine is once I'm past my body weight, and then I'll basically be lifting myself out of the chair. So I'll probably need to, I could set like 20 kilograms on my leg or something, you know, just to add weight. It's a bit hard to overdo that. No, I can't, Jimmy. I tried it. You know, you go down, you start up here, and you go down, and come up again. I can't do that. Well, at least not with this setup. Maybe if I had the proper dip bars. Because obviously when I go down, my elbow's going to be out here. There's no support, which is what they use on that to push back up. So we'll hit a few sets of this, guys, and then we'll jump on the biceps, which I did skip an arm workout last week. I just wasn't feeling it. I don't remember what I did. I asked, did you get in touch with Jason about setting up a live workout? No, I haven't. He doesn't really come over here a lot, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it. You know, I probably would have set up a lot quicker if he came into my chat a lot. You know, that's what I said about supporting each other. You know, I'm only going to put in as much effort to people as they put into me. If you get that. I can definitely already feel the tricep work I did before making this harder, or either it's just that this much weight is already done that. I touched something that's latex. I can just smell it. I'm allergic to latex. Not like really badly. It just burns a little bit. Like latex gloves. Like if I touch my eye after and touch them, it feels horrible. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably not my thing anyway. Because I doubt. I mean, it's like there's another guy, Burpee Reaper. He wants me to do burpees with him, but then he would never do the same thing with me, like do gym work. Yeah. Yeah, I like a set routine. Because how could I copy what he's doing? You know, here I don't have the stuff. He would have the randomly go outside and do his lifts. I'd happily make a workout plan for Jamie. I feel like that'd be cool. Like a really simple one. That would allow him to do all his other lifts as well. You know, do random stuff after. But just follow the certain program before. But Jamie started doing the gym, so he's going to see a lot of improvements. What's up, Chair? Good to see you. Yeah, I find those sort of workouts really boring. Even just to watch. It's just not my thing. I tried burpees before for a while. You know, not everyone likes to do that stuff. People shouldn't try to push their sort of lifting onto others. If someone says, no, you don't want to do that, and then respect it. Stop trying to get them to do it. I think it's this. I think it's the belt. Right. Biceps. So, what are we starting with? Incline curls, I think we'll start with. Oh, I'll set up at a different angle so you can see differently this week. I start off with inclines because they are the harder lift, if you think that. Some people have different strengths, obviously. So I'll do it like this so I think you can see. See it differently. And I have this here because when I go fully down, that means the weight's not hitting that. If I had it here, the weight, I wouldn't be able to fully extend the arm. Yeah, well, I disagree. What's the point in doing shocking the body if you're not going to continue doing that training? The only way you build results is by doing the same thing over and over again while slightly making it harder. We're not drugged up athletes. We can't just randomly improve by doing a different workout. Sweating. What's up, body beat there? We're getting into arms now. I'll see if I'll do any abs after or not, because I could do them tomorrow and do a short workout. I probably will, because I need to edit a video tonight. I keep forgetting to post it to make it have my squat video. It's like I'm so focused on trying to get these watch hours, I'm not getting my videos out. First set, push hard. Hopefully with all the extra tricep work I'm doing on Monday, my triceps should grow. Yes, it would. It would completely ruin my recovery. It would completely ruin anything I'm doing. that's not stress. I mean, the legs would be okay. It would be the chest from all those push-ups. You know, the actual leg work's not that hard. It's the way I see burpees is you're just doing loads of push-ups. You know, the actual there's no real leg work involved. You know, you're just kind of. I mean, they don't even do the jump. You know, you're meant to jump after. Because I remember how I felt after the first 100 burpees I did. It was just all shoulders and chest. This is why I kind of feel like doing burpees only is a bit of a cop out to training. You need to be hitting your legs as well. The legs are so important to health, just because your bone marrow production and white blood cell production is mainly in the bone in this leg, and the bigger and stronger that is, the better. And also, it just looks better to have bigger legs. 1 second, guys. Oh. I mean, it only took me about a few weeks to hit 100 burpees. So, obviously, something there is not that hard. You know, how long did it take me to hit 100 kilograms on the bench press? About 2 years. It's just a completely different training style. It's just cardio. Well, muscular endurance as well. Nice body beat down, dead, doing deads and bent rows. See, I just can't do rows after deadlifts like that. See, now that's crazy, Jamie. In 15 minutes, doing 100 burpees, jumping burpees. I know a lot of people like to talk about Jamie's training and how he can make it better and improve faster, but I mean, look at it yourself. He's making improvements by doing what he likes to do. I think that's more important than being extremely optimal. We'll measure after as well. So I have my tape. I doubt there'll be any sort of significant gains in a week. Yeah, could be a good one. Can you do plyo dips? I don't know what plyo dips are. You'll have to explain that one. that like button, guys. Let's try to hit 10 likes. 2 more to go. Exclusive dips. I could, but what would be the point? Yeah, Jamie doesn't really have a set routine. I think he said before he just likes to do what he feels like in the moment to do. What is this? Shirley sent 10. Runner boy sent. Oh, this donation thing does not make sense. Shirley sent 10 memberships, but the actual bubble doesn't make sense. Thank you, Shirley. What's up, Batman? Legend. It's always crazy when someone sends that. Shirley sent a £20 donation before as well, guys, so big up Shirley. I'm not even sure. Let me see. Leave a comment, Shirley. Yeah, Jamie could be bigger. I agree. I think he can make a lot more gains following a strict program, but if he doesn't like to do a strict program, he doesn't have to. Because I feel like if he was made to follow that, he probably would stop and give up on that. You know. Just as I was saying, everyone's memberships ran out today. Go to channel. Let's give Shirley a round of applause, guys, in chat. I don't know if there's a clap. There we go. That's as good as I can get. And we're at 11 likes. I've said before, Shirley, I only need 60 more hours until I'm fully monetized. So by the end of this week, I should have made all those up. I don't think I have the 60 hours right now waiting, but by the end of the week I should have them. Well, Jamie doesn't have the gym equipment, so Yeah, I'd like to do a workout with Furman, you know, try to follow his strongman stuff. But I need him to write out what he wants to do in the workout and send me it. Bicep body beat down. Let's get right now. We're going to do one of the most basic curls. Basically, just like a single arm. But this time, I'm going to really focus on getting a squeeze at the top as well. I think that's something I'm missing out. I know a lot of people say the stretch is so important, but it's also important to fully activate your muscle. Yeah, I think I'll just do abs tomorrow. I suppose I'll do abs and I'll put the boxing bag up tomorrow and hit it. My hands were sore up till yesterday from the last boxing bag workout. I think I just went too overboard with how hard I was hitting. Obviously trying to keep it slow and controlled. I was hitting the heart button that man. I always know it's you doing that one. Hitting those emojis on the side. I don't know if everyone can actually see those or not, because I think it's a feature not everyone has. On the side of the screen, there's like a heart emoji you can hit. And if you hit it, it'll bring up other emojis. You can just like spam them. So if you want to just spam those, you can. Because I can see them pop up over my screen. So I can't see the screen. So if you have any comments, just leave them down below. Hopefully I'll be able to see them. Yeah, so watch him. But for whatever reason, he doesn't seem to want to monetize his channel. Even though he gets crazy amount of views, I don't think he understands how much he'd actually make from monetizing. harder. Getting harder. Just trying to get that the whole way up. So hopefully by next week I'll be able to start earning money from the views on my channel, and that should help make getting new gym equipment much better, because I'm gonna, any money I get from YouTube, I'm just gonna put it into getting gym equipment, because that's what I want to do. And then any money I get from my work, I can just save that up. I'm thinking about getting a van, as Jamie said. I thought maybe later, not this year, but maybe next year, get a van, convert it, make like a living space in there. I feel like that would be really interesting. Not a small van, like a nice big van. Because then I could also store gym equipment if I ever need to in there. That's why I wouldn't want like a camper van. That would not work, because they seem to be really flimsy and can't hold the kind of weight a big van could. Obviously the only thing is cost. I was thinking about taking 6 months off of work, because legally we're allowed to, and go like travel around America or something in, say, a van. But that would obviously, once I have my YouTube stuff, that could work. I just disagree with that deal. I think a lot of bullies are also bodybuilders. Bodybuilding is a very ego-based thing. People with big egos want to be big. Then also, people with big egos think they're bigger than they are. You know, you'll see a lot of people that think they're hard, like Wes Watson. You know, even though he's 5'6", you know, he's not hard. I also believe a lot of people that are really famous in bodybuilding get indoctrinated really young into it by their parents. A lot of, I mean, this is mainly America I'm talking about, because it's not that big over here, but they'll give their children steroids so they can be better at sports when they're young and make improvements a lot faster and get picked up by like a minor league, you know, by people scouting. It's a big problem. Kind of like the Russian, it's like Russian gymnasts, women. You know, they just, it's crazy what they do. Yeah, some like it. I mean, I don't really know why I trained. I just started, and then I just never stopped. Obviously, I think one of the things is I just wanted to be stronger. Right. Let's see. No cheating as well, guys, when you measure. Be realistic to yourself. Don't cheat yourself out of your real numbers. Slightly over 15. Let's see. I think the left is usually smaller. $15. Obviously it would be smaller because I know it's weaker, especially in the curls. But that's good. It's good that I'm slightly over 15 now. So I am making that tiny progress in the arms. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, you're about to hit 16 inches after a year, you're not improving. But the people that hit big arms fast usually bulked up really heavy, measured their flabby arms, and took that as a real measurement. I disagree with that. If you measure arms with loads of fat on them, it's not an arm measurement, it's a BMI measurement. Our arm measurement should be what you currently are at. You can't claim you have 18 inches of arms if you don't currently have them, is what I think. You can say you used to have 18, that'll be okay. The biggest you ever were was that, but currently, no. I'll show you how you can cheat your measurement as well, which I see a lot of people do. So, let's see. Measure really, really loosely, like make that tape really loose, and you can add a few, and then you can do this, like measure. This is what Esco Ring does. He'll measure at an angle, so he's not going straight over the arm. He'll measure like this around the arm. Which is obviously not a true result. Then you'll get people that use fake measuring things that are smaller, like the actual numbers are smaller. So this one measured at just over 15, and then this one measured at 15. So slight improvement. I haven't been over 15 in a good few weeks, so I think that's actually slightly under it. But now that shows results. Who knows, it could have just been from doing those extra tricep work, because I believe it's kind of hard for me, because when you do this, your tricep is getting stretched out, so your tricep needs to be pretty big. So I really need to hit that harder and get that big. Just make those improvements. Also, it doesn't. If you have like a naturally bigger peak, your measurement's going to be bigger compared to someone who just has more mass, say, on their arm. If someone's arm could have a lot more muscle mass, but measure smaller, because they don't have. It's not all concentrated into here, that middle line. course I'd report it. I'd probably press them in person. You know, you can't have that. I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what I did yesterday. I was walking in town, and this person decided to speed walk past me on a clear path. And then, kind of like, I was walking, and they were here. They had their boyfriend here. They were walking. They walked past me, and then shuffled over in front of me, and then matched my speed. So what I did was stood right in the back of their heel because I was not slowing down for them. And then I seen the left of a little limp. You know, there's obviously doing that stuff is really bad. You know, they knew I was there walking, decided to walk right in front of me, no reason. There's no one in their path. You know, the way I see it, they got what they got. I was almost tempted to leg sweep, but I thought I probably shouldn't do that. What's up, Lineage? Good to see you. Probably time for me to go walk my dogs. I think it's cooled down a lot more right now, so we're all good there. So does anyone else ever do you think I was justified in clipping standing on the back of their heel? I went like this. I just went right onto it. And obviously there, and we're walking, so it's obviously gonna hurt. What's up, Julian? they turned around and went, ow. I just looked at them like they're idiots. I do, because the way I see it was I shouldn't have to slow down for them walking right in front of me when they had no reason to do that. I feel like the boyfriend thought he could just push her over to the side, you know, and block me, kind of like that. I don't think he didn't even try to turn around or anything. You know, you could kind of tell the type of person he is. You know, he didn't even try to look around or say anything. I don't care if I couldn't take them. Yeah, Julian. So yesterday I was walking, and then these two people were walking, speed walking, past me, and then decided to shuffle over in front of me, and then slow down. So I just kept going at my speed, and stood right on the heel. You know, I shouldn't have to move for them doing something stupid like that. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Or they're just being idiots. You know, you should look out for other people. You know, I like to move out of the way for people if they're, you know, walking towards me or something. You know, it's just when you have people like that, you know, there's no one else on the path. Well, I don't know about them because they didn't turn around or all they went was ow. They didn't bother turning around because they knew they were in the wrong. Yeah, the guy walked in front of me. He is obviously with his girl. I don't know, maybe his sister. They both had the same tan color, so it could be they could be related. Obviously, deal. The problem was if they kept walking at their original speed to get past me, there would be no problem. But they decided to slow down. That's when it became a problem, and I was not moving. And this was after about 10 kilometers of walking for me, so I was a bit tired at that point. maybe he thought he could just own the road, you know, like I don't know. I don't really care because they didn't decide to turn around or anything after. He just went ow and kept going with a wee limp. I almost went and just kicked his leg out. You know, I really thought about just kicking his leg out, but you know, I decided just to stand on the heel. I think it's just I feel like it was just stupid. But then I'd probably be I'd be the one in the wrong for doing that one, you know. I was waiting for him to turn around and say something so I could speak up, but I'm glad they decided not to do that. We all have our off days, you know. I'm not someone to back down from anything. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm someone who would kind of put yourself in that situation that, you know, be able to defend yourself, you know, if you get that. You know, I would like to see if someone will do something wrong. You know, like when you're crossing a road, like if you're crossing a green light, someone tries to run into, someone cuts across. I'd be the kind of person just to kick their car, ground and pound. Uh, no, but then I'd be in the wrong, Julian. Anyway, interesting last chat, guys. So, peace out. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, I won't have to walk into anyone again this week. But obviously, I'm doing a lot more walking, so I'm going to get a lot more of those interactions with people. Bunch of legends, and thanks Shirley for the membership she gave out to people. It's really appreciated.